Hi, I'm Aaron from Petrol Apart. Today we're going to show you how to fit a high flow water pump to a TD42 engine. We're going to start with a brand new factory TD42 motor so that we've got a timing cover that's got no cavitation or damage on it. It's very common on a higher mileage engine when you remove the water pump to have damage like this behind where the water pump fits. That's caused from cavitation, and as it gets worse, the cavitation gets worse, and so on. There's many ways you can fix this. You can replace it. Some people attempt to repair it. Or in some cases, you can just try moving the water pump a bit closer and removing the gap, and that can help a lot. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a bit of blue tack on one of the blades of the impeller. This is so as we do it up, we can see how close the impeller is to the timing cover. We're going to aim for about a 1mm gap. We're going to start with both gaskets. We supply a thick gasket and a thin gasket with the water pump. We're not going to use all the bolts on the water pump. We're going to use the top one side one, and one bottom one. This gives us enough just to get that clearance without going overboard. We're not going to turn the impeller because then we'll tear the blue tack off the impeller. Here you can see we've squashed our blue tack a bit, but nowhere near down to our 1mm. What we're going to do is remove the thinnest gasket and try it again just with the thick gasket. Here we've probably got about 2 to 2.5mm of clearance. We're getting closer, but we still want it closer. We're going to remove the thickest gasket and refit the thin gasket on its own. That squashed the blue tack beautifully. We've got a nice, fairly even 1mm of blue tack left across the impeller, which is exactly what we were aiming for. What we're going to do, just so we can show you what would happen if you went too close, is we'll move the gasket entirely and we'll put the water pump back on. Just gently do it up. Here you can see we've completely squashed out the blue tack. We've got way less than 1mm, and when the motor gets hot and everything expands, that's going to touch the timing cover and gouge it. What we're going to do now is we're going to reinstall the water pump with the thin gasket, which we've established is going to give us our 1mm of gap. And we're just going to make sure that we've got adequate clearance all the way around by spinning the impeller and making sure we've got no high spots that touch. Great. What we do now is remove the water pump and apply a light film of engine assembly sealant to both sides of the gasket and reassemble the engine. If you want any more information or detailed pictures on what we've shown you today, jump over to our website, petrolapart.com.au, and the instructions for fitting the water pump are attached to the product on our website. Thanks for watching.